Hello design lovers, welcome back to Aesthetic Nest. Walk into almost any modern urban home, and your nervous system registers something invisible long before your eyes even process the decor, a subtle, subconscious constriction. It's the psychological weight of walls acting less like a shelter and more like a rigid boundary, reminding you exactly how many square feet you lack. In our race to make small spaces highly functional, we often accidentally turn them into beautifully styled, lifeless boxes. But a home shouldn't just be a storage container for your life. It should be an ecosystem that breathes alongside you. This is where biophilic design shifts from a luxury to a necessity. It goes far beyond the basic trend of collecting houseplants. As architects and designers, we view it as the deliberate practice of weaving human biology back into the built environment. Today, we are exploring 5 sophisticated biophilic concepts tailored specifically for compact footprints. Strategies that fundamentally alter spatial psychology to make your home feel expansive, tranquil, and deeply alive. Before we unlock the first design principle, I want to share a unique architectural technique with you. A bit later in the video, we'll break down a method that requires absolutely zero floor or wall space, yet completely transforms a room's acoustics, air quality, and perceived depth. It's an approach typically reserved for high-end eco resorts, but we've scaled it down for small floor plans, and it will completely change how you look at the boundaries of your room. Let's start by reimagining your vertical landscape. Idea number 1, the living architectural canvas. When you are dealing with limited square footage, every inch of floor space is sacred. The classic mistake is clustering potted plants on the floor or crowding them onto windowsills, which actually breaks up your sight lines and makes a room feel smaller. Instead, we want to look up and create what architects call a living architectural canvas. Instead of a standard accent wall painted a dark color, imagine a living, breathing vertical installation. By using modular, recessed wall planters or custom-engineered hydroponic panels, you can transform an entire vertical surface into a tapestry of life. You'll want to use structural plants like bird's nest ferns for texture, blended with cascading varieties like pothos or philodendrons to soften the rigid geometric lines of your walls. The magic here is spatial illusion. By pulling the eye upward and covering a hard surface with organic, irregular shapes, the brain struggles to define exactly where the wall begins and ends. The boundary dissolves, and suddenly your living room feels less like a box and more like a hidden clearing in a forest. Idea number 2. Dappled light and Komorebi play. Light is the ultimate tool in an architect's kit, but in small homes. We often treat lighting as a purely functional element. Either it's bright enough to see, or it isn't. Nature, however, never illuminates a space uniformly. In Japanese culture, there is a beautiful word, Komorebi, which refers to the sunlight filtering through the leaves of trees. We can mimic this phenomenon to give a static small room a dynamic sense of movement. To achieve this, look at the orientation of your windows by placing plants with intricate leaf patterns, like a delicate parlor palm or a statement monstera, directly in the path of natural light currents. You turn your walls into a canvas for shadow play. As the sun moves throughout the day, the shifting shadows create a sense of passing time and natural rhythm inside your home. Design tip: if your natural light is limited, you can replicate this by pairing a low-profile, warm LED spotlight with a textured sheer linen curtain or a frosted glass partition. The goal is to avoid harsh static glare and instead create soft, fractured light that mimics the canopy of the outdoors. It introduces a poetic, calming energy that instantly makes a tight space feel incredibly serene. Idea number 3. The Suspended Canopy Matrix. Now, let's talk about that remarkable design trick I promised earlier, the Suspended Canopy Matrix. When we think about interior design, we almost always ignore our ceilings, treating them as a blank white void. But in a small home, the ceiling is your greatest untapped asset, because it carries absolutely zero footprint. Instead of a traditional chandelier or a flush mount light fixture, imagine creating an overhead living canopy. This can be achieved by integrating high quality, zero maintenance, preserved moss panels directly into the ceiling structure, or by suspending a sleek, linear wooden trellis that hosts lightweight air plants and cascading trailing vines. Within this matrix, you conceal low-voltage LED grow lights that cast a soft, downward glow. Why is this so transformative for a small home? First, it does wonders for acoustics. Small rooms with hard walls often suffer from a harsh, echoing sound bounce. The organic texture overhead acts as a natural acoustic dampener, softening sound and creating an intimate, cozy atmosphere. More importantly, it flips spatial psychology on its head. When you look up and see a lush overhead canopy, your brain registers the spatial openness of being outdoors under a tree line, instantly relieving the claustrophobia of a compact floor plan. Idea number 4. Tactile resonance and raw materiality. Biophilic design is far more than just a visual experience. It is deeply tactile. When a small home is filled with perfectly smooth, synthetic materials like laminate, plastic, and high-gloss acrylic, it feels sterile and artificial. Our bodies naturally crave tactile resonance, the subtle, grounding feedback we get when we touch elements shaped by the earth. To bring a small space to life, we need to intentionally swap out these synthetic finishes for raw, honest materials. Consider replacing a standard drywall finish with a subtle clay plaster or lime wash. These materials have a beautiful, matte, microscopic texture that catches light softly and actually helps regulate indoor humidity. For your furniture and accents, choose unrefined timber with visible grain, or incorporate elements made of cork, terracotta, and hand-woven jute. When your skin comes into contact with these authentic textures throughout the day, it triggers a subconscious grounding effect. It reduces cortisol levels and makes your home feel like a sanctuary, anchoring you in the present moment despite the hustle of city life outside. Idea number 5. Olfactory thresholds and air. Our final idea addresses the invisible architecture of a home, scent and air movement. A room can look incredibly beautiful, but if the air is stagnant and smells faintly of synthetic cleaning products or electronics, it will never truly feel alive. In nature, air is always moving, carrying subtle, changing olfactory cues. In a small home, you can design microcurrents of air by strategically placing aromatic plants near your natural ventilation paths. Position plants like eucalyptus, French lavender, or sweet mint near your windows or directly in line with your HVAC vents. As the air passes over these leaves, it gently releases natural phytoncides, the organic compounds plants use to protect themselves, which have been proven to boost the human immune system and reduce anxiety. By layering these natural scents with a gentle low-profile ceiling fan or an open window, you create a soft sensory breeze. It breaks the physical stagnation of small space living, making the boundaries of your apartment feel porous and boundlessly open to the natural world. Conclusion: crafting your sanctuary. At the end of the day, transforming a small home isn't about trying to mimic a massive estate or cramming a jungle into your living room. It's about being incredibly intentional with the sensory touchpoints around you. By thinking vertically, playing with light and shadow, utilizing your ceiling, embracing raw textures, and designing for the air itself, you can turn any small floor plan into a living, breathing sanctuary. I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 ideas felt like something you could bring into your own space? Are you tempted to try the suspended canopy concept? Let me know in the comments below. If you found value in this architectural perspective, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more deep dives into spatial psychology and sophisticated design coming your way. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, design mindfully.